Coming up on NSEN, all the madness has come to an end. We'll show you the title game and the best from the weekend.
And another champion was crowned this week. Stay tuned to learn if this coach has submitted himself as the best of all time.
And is the NBA better or worse with some of its most historic teams out of the playoffs? That debate is coming up. All that and much, much more right here on NSEN. Your news starts right now. Joining us this evening for NSEN, I'm Nathan Dearman.
And I'm Jordan Maiden.
Let's take you right to the first game on Saturday night. It was truly a coach's duel. Tom Izzo taking on Coach K. Now, Coach K, after this one, he would be 9-1 against Tom Izzo. As we show you here, Phil Valentine. His name's not Phil Valentine. That's just a funny radio name.
The radio show host.
Now, look at this. Michigan State up early, but Duke right there. Justice Winslow coming down.
Way too hard off the glass right there, Nate.
Okafor with the putback. Duke, man, they went on to kill Michigan State. They won this one 81-61, but look at this sweet ball movement. Tyus Jones in the corner. Tom Izzo not happy.
Disbelief right there.
His team, 7 seed coming into this one. Tyus Jones to Okafor, putting it down with authority.
Biscuits and gravy.
I'm telling you, man, get him some Jimmy Deans. Dude, Michigan State did not have it going on. The next J.J. Redick, Grayson Allen, I'm going to miss a three, get my own rebound, and dunk it. Who even knew that kid could dunk?
Definitely not me.
Like I said earlier, Duke went on to win this one 81-61.
Kicking on over to Indianapolis for the second game of the Final Four, where Kentucky was taking on Wisconsin. Aaron Harrison show right here. Gets it in, puts Kentucky up 58-56. That's midway through the second half. Later, Sam Decker hits that step-back three, just ice cold.
Woo.
Puts Wisconsin up 63-60. Later in the game, Harrison again. He's going to take it to the rim. He's going to get the foul off Kaminsky for an and one. Less than a minute to go. He hits that free throw too. Later in the game, Aaron Harrison takes maybe the worst three you could take, air balls, and it was all over for Kentucky there. Wisconsin went on to win 71-64.
They just didn't have it, Jordan.
They didn't have it that night. Man tears right there. Well, little kid right there.
We
Get on to the man tears.
We have to call it the man tears there.
Definitely.
And then for the granddaddy of them all, Monday night, it was the national championship. It would be between Duke and Wisconsin. Now, who did you have this one going in for this one, Jordan?
I really had Wisconsin. I thought they were going to be the better team, but, you know, Duke just finds a way to steal it from them on the back of those freshmen.
Tyus Jones hits that big three. Could have got a foul there with an and one.
And then another one, exact same spot.
Throw that dagger in the Badgers.
Cold-blooded right there, those freshmen. They're killing it.
Duke went on to win this one 68-63. Coach K just adding on to that huge legacy he has down there at Duke. And a kiss for his senior Quinn Cook. You got to like that.
Cuts down the net right there.
Man tears with a man
Plenty
kiss.
of man tears.
Coach K cuts down the net, and, man, he's got it going on there at Duke. Duke wins another national championship. They're 5th. What a game that was on Monday night.
Heck of a game. Look at those snapbacks. Those are pretty sweet.
Those are sweet. The national championship hats are pretty nice this year.
Big into the gold.
More man tears.
Plenty of man tears to go around. Jaleel Okafor, Justice Winslow had to hug it out. You know, they won this one for Coach K.
That they did. And now let's take you over the big press conference coming out of Kentucky this week. Earlier today, actually, Coach Cal sat down with 7 players to see who would go on to the NBA draft.
You know, which players was it going to be? He sat down all 7 of these guys, Devin Booker, Trey Lyles, both the Harrison twins, Willie Cauley-Stein, Dakari Johnson, Karl Anthony Towns. You know, trying to figure out which guys are going to go to the NBA.
And I think we've got that soundbite from their press conference just earlier today.
Convincing anyone to stay, and I'm not pushing anybody out the door. This is their choice with their family. We've done that, and now it's time for these young people to let us know what they're going to do. I think that maybe the easiest way is, if you've decided to put your name in the draft, why don't you stand up? Really? All right, there you go.
As you just saw there, Jordan, all 7 stood up there saying they're going to the NBA draft. Now behind us here, From left to right, Jordan, start us off with the big man, Willie Cauley-Stein.
Well, I think Willie Cauley-Stein, he's a great player. I think he projects in this lottery somewhere from the 5 to 7 range. A guy for a team that needs a lengthy defender that can guard any of the positions. Next, we go on to Andrew Harrison, probably the better of the Harrison twins. A guy that really led that Kentucky team. Maybe not an NBA point guard, but a guy who's got a pretty slick jump shot, inept to getting to the rim. I think he goes in the midway through the first round. Next, we got Trey Lyles. This guy is going to be a big stretch 3 in the NBA. He's got all the talent in the world, all the upside in the world. He played out of position for Kentucky, but I think he projects as a stretch 3, maybe a 4 in the NBA, like a Draymond Green.
Do you think he shows up in the NBA?
I definitely do. He's a great player, great rebounder, too. Get over to Dakari Johnson. This guy is a lengthy defender, great rebounder as well. Can really add a lot of depth for a team. Probably goes in the second round. Next, we get on to Devin Booker. I think he projects as an Archie Goodwin type, one of those guys who's a pretty good shooter. Probably goes in the second round, though. Next on to Karl Anthony Towns. I think this guy is the bona fide number 1 pick. He's the more polished player. I think he gets taken over Jahlil Okafor that first day. And then we get on to the other Harrison, Aaron Harrison. Pretty good shooter, led that Kentucky team in scoring, but I see him going in the second round.
Not a first round.
I don't think he's a first-round talent. I think he's more of a one-dimensional guy.
Thank you for that, Jordan. And just on the other side of this break, LeVar Walker has the latest from Middle Tennessee baseball all the way to the women UConn Huskies. So stick around for that.
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone, but you're not alone. At IAVA.org, your fellow vets are all around you.
It's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
The 7th inning doomed MT as they gave up 6 runs in a 6-5 defeat against the Golden Eagles. Blue Raiders pitcher Tyler Trout, the starting pitcher, had a great performance, only giving up 3 hits in 6 innings of play. MT turned to his bullpen in the 7th inning but could not pull through to close out the game. The Blue Raiders were led by senior Jared Allen, who had 3 for 4 hits with 2 home runs and 2 RBIs. MT will host Louisiana Tech this weekend in the 3-game series starting Friday night. First pitch at 6 p.m. All right, let's take it all the way up to the Final Four for the women's championship game in Tampa Bay, where Gino Auriemma was looking to cement his legacy, capturing his 10th national championship and seeking the 3rd straight championship for UConn as they take on former Big East rival Notre Dame in the championship game. Picking it up with under 3 to play at the half, Breanna Stewart, nothing but the bottom of the net as they put the UConn Husky at the 6-point advantage. Then later on, Notre Dame would answer, "The bank is open," said Breonna Turner, as she led the Irish with 14 points. Then later, Mariah Jefferson with the sweet crossover move as she gets to the rim. Then later, Jefferson would find Big East 3-point all-time leader Kalia Lewis for 3. Then later, Kalia Lewis displaying her talent on the biggest stage as she has 15 points. And UConn down the Irish 63-53. And not only do the Huskies three-peat as national champion, but Gino Auriemma win his 10th national title. That ties Hall of Fame legend John Wooden for most championship in Division I basketball. Hey, Coach, how does number 10 feel?
Times in a row to win 10 and be 10-0 in national championship games is, again, it's too big for me to think about it. It's too much.
Well, Connecticut win their 10th national title, and since 1995 when UConn won its first championship, here's a list of team, collegiate and pros, to have won the most championship in that stretch. As you can see, UConn leads the way with 10 titles, followed by the Yankees, Lakers, and Spurs tied at 5, follow up with the Patriots with 4 championships. Now, that's all I have for you guys. Now we're going to send it back to the real MVP, to Nathan and Jordan at the desk.
Thanks, LeVar. Still ahead on NSEN. Which team will capture that 8th seed in the West?
And who will be the #1 pick in this year's draft? That and more will be debated next on National Sports Entertainment News. Stay tuned.
Go to the doctor. My uncle called, speech all slurred, complaining his arms numb. He called everyone. He even called my daughter Tiara, because, you know, she's got a year of nursing. Thinks he needs to go to the doctor, including me. So he said, well, will you take me? I'm like, I'm on the road. He goes, I'll wait. Stroke's no joke. If you or someone you love have symptoms of stroke, don't wait. It may be too late. Dial 911. Time loss is brain loss.
Any questions?
What kind of service plan does this come with?
Unlimited.
Can I keep my same phone number?
Absolutely.
How do I change the ringtone?
Just hook it up to your computer.
Does it have a camera? What's the warranty? Does it come in silver? Can I put my party shuffle on this? Does it have a 3.5 millimeter headset jack? You sell a lot of these?
It's the one I carry.
You ever get those phantom vibrations in your pocket?
Any questions?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
Welcome back into NSEN. Over to the Diamond now. The Dark Knight, Matt Harvey, is back, and Adrian Gonzalez absolutely tore it up. Let's take you right over to Los Angeles, where Gonzalez did his thing, man. He was on fire. First at bat, Padres up 2-0. Gonzalez,
Home run.
I'm going to send it to right field, right over Matt Kemp, the former Dodger. And Gonzalez, just like that, he's already got his 30 of the year, only in the second game of the season. Let's take you to his second at bat. Guess what he did, Jordan?
Home run.
Home run, right center field over Matt Kemp, the former Dodger. They go up 5-2. Gonzalez did it again. Get some love from Puig. They're up 5-2, his third at bat. Guess what he did again, Jordan?
Home run.
Home run. Where at? Right field, right over Matt Kemp again. 3 for 3, 3 homers. They're up 6-2.
Made
The
Matt Kemp look like a
Dodgers
chump.
went off. Gonzalez 4 for 4, and they win 7-4.
The return of the Dark Knight, Matt Harvey. Harvey back after Tommy John surgery in 2013. We're started over at Nationals Park. Harvey takes the mound. Up first, he's got Michael Taylor. Just throws 96. His first pitch back from Tommy John surgery.
How does he do that?
I don't even know. Again, 96, and then an 83. Strikes out Michael Taylor, first batter. Up next, Bryce Harper. Just an absolute stud. What's he do there? Strikes him out one again. Another strikeout, 97.
Just straight gas, my man, 97.
Can't stop him. Head on over to the 6th inning. Steven Strasburg on the hill. Got David right here. He hits it right into right field. Gets a couple RBIs. Mets go up 6-0. Looking real good there.
Really helped out Harvey there on the mound. You
Definitely.
know, he goes into the bottom of the 6th there with that 6-0 lead.
Gets a strikeout on Harper again, and then gets Robinson as well. Mets are going to win that game to 6-3. Harvey with 4 hits in 6 innings. Looked great.
Now from the Diamond over to the Hardwood. Let's go west on I-40 to FedEx Forum, where the Pelicans are coming off a hot win against the Warriors on Monday. There he is from Memphis, Marc Gasol. Probably the only hope they have right now other than Zebo down there. And boy, did he have a good one. Look at this. Tyreek Evans trying to find Davis. Marc Gasol said,
What a
no,
block.
sir. The unibrow getting denied. That's pretty unfortunate there for Davis. And
Taking Anthony's game.
the story of the night, though, Zebo. Look at him just work in that paint. He's got a left-handed easily off the glass.
Pounding inside.
Zebo had 15 points, 13 boards, and 6 assists, an easy double-double for him. Memphis, boy, they just rolled right over the Pelicans as that ball rolls right in. Zebo gets the and one. The unibrow just not having a good day. Let's watch Mike Conley bring it up. Jeff Green, look at that slam. Let's go, young fella. Memphis killed NOLA in this one, man. They went on to win 110-74. What a win.
Great performance. Fresh off a close loss to their former 6th man, like Lou Will, James Harden and the Rockets snuck out a close win over the Thunder on Tuesday. take you on down there now.
You know, Memphis, after that big win against the Pelicans, they secured that second seed in the West. And now you got the Thunder. Can
Thunder
they get that
and Pelicans
8th seed?
battling for that 8th seed. You know, I don't know which team is going to take it there. You know, Oklahoma City coming off a big loss against the Spurs on Tuesday, 113-88. Didn't look good at all. Russell Westbrook held to only 17 points. And for them to do something to get back into this 8th seed, they're going to have someone other than Russell Westbrook score the ball. You know?
Let's roll that highlight for you.
Kawhi Leonard, absolutely cold-blooded that night. Find him out on the three-point line. He can shoot, too. He
Yes,
can
he
do a
can.
whole lot of things.
San
Leonard
Diego
matches
State.
career high, 26. Leonard again over Kyle Singler. Yeah, it's in. Made Singler look like a fool twice that night. Like most do. Later,
Get the backup
Duncan
some love.
over to Corey Joseph for 3. They would go up 63-41 at halftime, and they really wouldn't need much more, Nathan.
No, this highlight, not even needed. The Spurs just tore him up, man.
Absolutely.
With the Thunder only having Russell Westbrook and Enes Kanter down low. Look at that. Greg Pop says, you know, what are they doing out
What
there?
are we doing out here?
Even
Playing
though-
with a bunch of scrubs.
Even though you're winning by all these points. Come on, Pop. Lighten up a little bit, my man.
You know, Pop just a real serious guy.
But Jordan, with the Thunder and the Pelicans, they're in trouble losing that number 8 seed. What do they need to do to shore up those spots in the West?
Well, I think for the Thunder, you have to get your big men healthy. Serge Ibaka's coming back. Steven Adams has been playing injured. But these are 2 guys that are pivotal in your playoff run if you are to get there. I think with the Pelicans, you know, they just need to keep playing their game. Anthony Davis has been playing well. Tyreek Evans has been playing lights out. And, you know, who'd have thought he would have been one of the best point guards coming out of this year?
Can Davis carry a team like the Pelicans, though? That's the big question.
I think he can. I think Davis is a guy who's going to win a few MVPs before it's all said and done.
I'm sure he can. Let's give you folks a quick update before we head to break on the Masters at Augusta National. Jordan Spieth is leading the Masters today at 8 under. The
Looking great.
kid is 21 years
Great
old,
name,
tearing it
too.
up. Last year's winner, Bubba Watson, sitting at only 1 under. And Tiger Woods trying to make a comeback this week, as you know. He's sitting at 1 over, not out of it yet.
Who knows what he can do?
Possibly he makes the cut. Possibly he doesn't. Hey, at least he's back, and he's having some fun out there at Augusta. Look at that beautiful backdrop behind us, Augusta. It's a tradition unlike any other. Stay tuned for more on NSEN.
I took a trip to Elkhart, Indiana today. Elkhart's a place that has lost jobs faster than anywhere else in America. The people who've lost them have no idea what to do or who to turn to. In fact, local TV stations have started running public service announcements that tell people where to find food banks, even as the food banks don't have enough to meet the demand.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad.
Welcome back once again. I'm Jeremy Ensley. Now, there are a lot of NBA prospects coming up in this upcoming draft, such as Frank Kaminsky and Jahlil Okafor. Now, which one of these 2 players might be chosen number 1 overall? Kevin, what are your thoughts on this?
I would have to go with Frank Kaminsky. I mean, he's definitely not the best player in the draft, but considering the teams that could have the number 1 pick, like the Lakers, the Knicks, or the Timberwolves, you have to say that he's a great fit for these teams because the Knicks like to run a triangle offense. They tried last season. It didn't work. And you have to have a big man that's able to pass and handle the ball, and Frank Kaminsky is that type of player. I mean, he has a great inside-out game. He's been compared to Dirk Nowitzki, so with a great potential like that, he could possibly be molded into that sort of player. And now NBA teams are moving towards having a stretch 4 in their lineup, and Frank Kaminsky is a great shooter. He's shooting the 3 ball at 42%, which allows him to stretch the floor and drive past slower defenders with his great ball handling skills and able to get to the post. And also in the post, he has great footwork. He has great post moves. His spin move is pretty good, so he can go left or right. He can finish with both hands. And also, he's the All-American Player of the Year.
Kevin, you made a lot of good points, but you know, Jahlil Okafor also has a pretty wide skill set himself. Now, what are some of your thoughts on Okafor?
My thoughts, that's That's my pick, Okafor. And it's interchangeable between Karl Anthony Towns and Okafor. But on anybody's mock draft, Kaminsky is not in the top 10 on anybody's mock draft right now. What you said, you did give some good points, but the first pick is made for someone that's ready to make an immediate impact on the team. Let me shoot you some stats. He shoots 66% from the field goal percentage. He averaged 17 and 8 as a freshman this year. He is 6'11", 270. Jahlil Okafor is an 18-year-old. So he is going to have to develop, and like his negatives that he do have are, I got two of them, his free throw shooting, 51%.
51.
That causes, a hack a shack, as they say, and defending at the perimeter. He has trouble that we all seen in the NCAA National Championship game. He had trouble defending out on the perimeter. But in the NBA, if you put him against that 5, he's going to bang bodies. He has that body to bang. Frank, he doesn't have that body to bang right now.
I mean, Frank is a grown man. He's a senior. He's been through this before. He's been through here for 4 years.
Right.
He's experienced. He knows how to use his skill set. He's not the best athlete, but he knows how to use his skill set to get to where he needs to on the court.
Right.
And score.
Okay, that's understandable. Like you said, this is for the #1 pick. And this is, if you put yourself in the shoes of the owner, and you're going after a person who's going to make an immediate impact for our organization. You're not going for a person that we will have to nurture and build up. They don't have, New York, they don't have time for that.
I mean, they don't need to nurture him. He's complete.
He's
ready to go. You can insert him to the NBA team right now. He's ready to go.
Frank in.
All right, gentlemen. All right, so we're gonna cut this off right now.
Okay.
Who has the better NBA career?
Oh, definitely Frank Kaminsky. He's a stretch four who's going to be able to improve every year steadily. He's going to be a great player.
That's definitely all right. Y'all be sure to come back with us now after the break as we have another interesting debate.
I took a trip to Elkhart, Indiana today. Elkhart's a place that has lost jobs faster than anywhere else in America. The people who've lost them have no idea what to do or who to turn to. In fact, local TV stations have started running public service announcements that tell people where to find food banks, even as the food banks don't have enough to meet the demand.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back once again. I'm Jeremy Ensley. Joining me now is Martha Sanders and Rodney Boston. We've seen a slight fall from grace amongst the NBA's historically elite teams, including the Los Angeles Lakers, the Celtics, and even the 76ers. Is this recent change good or bad for the NBA as new teams begin to dominate the court? Rodney, what are some of your thoughts on this?
NBA, that these major franchises like the Lakers, like the 76ers, and like the New York Knicks are just totally botching in the NBA. There's no help coming from the ownerships. There's no help coming from the league to actually help them progress in the league. I understand that you need more than just a few teams to be good and more than just a few teams to make the playoffs, but let's keep legacies going. In these past 10 years, I haven't seen too many legacies. I've seen LA and New York go under 500. Last season was the first year that LA, New York, and the Boston Celtics missed the playoffs. That's not a good sign for the NBA or its national or international marketing. You need Shaqs, you need Kobe's, you need Magics, you need Larry Birds. There are none for these teams anymore, and we need more dynasties like those.
Okay, so Martin, off of that, what are some of your thoughts?
All right, Rod, you said that last year was the first season that all three teams didn't make it in the playoffs.
Right.
All right, sometimes You're gonna have to have a change every now and then. It's a first time thing is always can be good. Like this can be good for the NBA. It exposes all these smaller market teams. We got a Memphis, an Atlanta, a Golden State, teams who probably didn't even fathom to think that they would even be this good on down the road, and they're just taking advantage of the opportunity of how bad these historic teams are right now. That's just how franchises go. At one point in time, they're going to be good, they're going to be bad. But I don't see nothing wrong with how if you don't have a Lakers or 76ers or Celtics or New York, they're not capable right now of getting their team into the playoffs. And I really can't even see how you blame that on management that their teams are not good. How can you blame that on management?
I can blame it on the entire league, to be honest with you.
The league?
Ever since, yeah, these cap rules and everything. You remember the league when Chris Paul tried to get traded to the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yes.
Yes. Where did he go now? The LA Clippers. How is that a franchise that the NBA is actually proud of? You understand that the Lakers and the Celtics and the Knicks, they carry tradition. They hold honor to their names. That's something just more than just being a Boston Celtic. It's something to the city. It's something to the entire league to be a part of those organizations.
Look, I understand, yes, 17 championships for Boston, 16 for the Lakers. That's all fine and dandy. But, you know, every night you got to have someone who come and rises up and actually snatches and take advantage of the opportunity of the team being bad. That is not – that you can't blame a Memphis or an Atlanta that they're on this road right now, that they're getting good year after year after year. That gives cities and fans, the fans for that city, hope that they know, okay, we got a good team this year. We can actually beat the Lakers, beat the Knicks, beat a 76ers to actually get there.
I'm not knocking any of those teams. I'm saying that these teams that I'm naming right here are large market teams. This can hurt the NBA as a business.
When has a large market team won the championship? When is the last time they won a championship? A large market team.
Los Angeles Lakers won back in 08, 09.
All right, ever since then, who has it been?
Miami's a large market.
That's not a large market team.
That's the NBA's biggest concern is money. They care less about the play. They care about the cash that gets in their pockets. LA is not putting any cash in their pockets. New York's not putting any cash in their pockets. Carmelo's not putting cash in anybody's pocket.
If it's all about money, it starts with the players. Who cares if it's about the team anymore? You can send, if you send a Kevin Durant or if you send any small market team that has people that knows them, they're still generating any type of money, any type of revenue. Why aren't some of these guys who still are at small market teams leaving to the bigger market teams right now?
Why are they? Because they hold tradition. I just said this. They hold tradition. You want to be in New York.
Why are the guys, like, for example, why is the Marc Gasol would leave Memphis and go to a New York team? Why would he do that? Just because of more money and how New York is? Why would he go there?
Yes, television. He gets more money from that.
Television?
Television.
Do you honestly think Marc Gasol cares about any television?
When's the last time you saw the New York Knicks on TV? You saw Memphis on TV last night. Who wants to really watch Memphis? Nobody.
They're playing good ball right now. What do you do? It's all about good ball. They're playing good ball. You got to see good ball on TV. Why would I want to watch the Knicks get blown out by 30, 40 points when I can see a good Memphis team who year in and year out, ever since about 2010, has been producing good teams?
A Memphis team that can't get past anybody in the West? The Memphis team that can be second best at most. They're not making it to the championship. They might not even make it out the second round. Memphis isn't that great.
You're saying all that, and the Lakers couldn't even muster up 30 wins if they had Kobe or whoever else they had on their team.
I know they couldn't, but guess who they really need? They needed Dwight. They needed a Chris Paul that couldn't come to the Lakers. I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth.
Oh man, that's baloney right now, man. You talking straight baloney, Rodney.
I'm talking straight baloney. Yeah. You want the Knicks to be good. You want the Lakers to be good. You want to wear a Lakers jersey, don't you?
No.
You don't want to wear a Memphis jersey. You want to wear purple and gold.
You know what, everybody? Y'all made some darn good points tonight. Except for you talking about my Lakers. I didn't quite appreciate that.
Hey,
but
man,
you know what?
We'll I'm gonna get it when I go home.
I got you. We'll work on that later on. Thank you for joining us here on NSEN. I'm Jeremy Ensley with Martin D. Sanders and Rodney Boston. Be sure to join us here next week at the same time.